Sagittarius. Pause for a moment and notice that restless feeling that's been stirring inside you lately. It's almost like you can't sit still, as if the air itself is humming with something you can't quite name. A shift, a tremor, a sense that life is about to turn in a way so big, so undeniable, that your soul feels it even before your mind can catch up. You've been asking yourself, why do I feel this tension? Why does everything around me feel charged, like the calm before a storm? Let me tell you, it's not random. It's not coincidence. If you are here, listening to these words right now, it's because the universe has chosen this exact moment to whisper a truth into your heart. And that truth is this: a miracle is moving toward you, one tied not to luck, not to chance, but to the very essence of who you are. Sagittarius, your soul was born to chase freedom, to hunt for meaning, to stretch beyond the limits that keep others trapped. And because of that, the miracle that's coming isn't ordinary. It carries the vibration of truth and liberation. It's the universe's way of saying, you are ready to step into something greater. Think about it. How many times have you felt this quiet pull inside, this voice saying, my story isn't meant to stay the same. I was made for more. That voice is not your imagination. It is your higher self aligning with the rhythm of the stars, preparing you for a doorway that only you can walk through. And the fact that you are hearing this message right now is proof that you've reached the threshold. So, Sagittarius, I want you to seal this moment with a declaration to yourself and to the universe. Write it in the comments as an affirmation. The truth miracle is coming for me. Say it out loud if you can, because the act of speaking it, the act of typing it, is more than just words. It's you sending a signal back into the cosmos, telling it, I am ready. And while you're here, take a second to like this video and subscribe. Not just to support this channel, but because when you do, you're anchoring yourself into a space where the signs of the universe will continue to find you. Every time a new message arrives, it will be waiting for you, right when you need it most. Now, breathe deeply. Settle your shoulders. Let yourself sink into this moment, because what we're about to uncover together may just shift the way you see not only your path, but the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. Sagittarius, take a deep breath and feel what's been moving inside you these past days. That vague unease, that stirring in your chest, the restlessness that no amount of distraction seems to quiet it, is not random. You've always been the traveler of truth, the archer whose arrows point toward horizons others cannot yet see. And when the air feels charged, when your spirit can't settle, it is never just anxiety. It is the universe tugging at your soul, reminding you that a new journey is about to begin. You see, Sagittarius was never designed for stillness. You are the fire that moves, the flame that leaps, the eternal seeker who carries questions others are too afraid to ask. And because of that, you feel the tremors of change before they arrive. Where another sign may ignore these whispers, you cannot. They live in your blood. Your intuition catches the faint sound of doors unlocking, of paths rearranging themselves, long before your eyes can see them. This is both your gift and your burden. For you, restlessness is rarely meaningless. It is the rhythm of the cosmos trying to get your attention. Look up at the night sky, Sagittarius, and you will find your ruling planet, Jupiter, holding a powerful position. Jupiter is the giant of expansion, the planet that governs luck, wisdom, and faith. It is the cosmic teacher who constantly asks, how far can you go? How much bigger can you dream? What would you dare to believe if nothing could hold you back? And right now, Jupiter is aligning in such a way that your vision is being stretched beyond its old borders. What once felt like walls will soon feel like gateways. What once looked like limits will soon reveal themselves as illusions. This isn't just astrology. It is the pulse of your destiny. The unease you feel is not fear. It is momentum. It is the energy of Jupiter, gathering behind you like a great wind, preparing to carry you into a chapter that you could not have imagined on your own. Think of an archer pulling back the bowstring. The tension before release is uncomfortable, almost unbearable, but that very tension is what gives the arrow its power. And right now, you are that arrow. The pull, the restlessness, the quiet whisper in your heart. They are all signals that the universe is preparing to release you into a future far greater than where you stand today. This is why, Sagittarius, you cannot dismiss what you're feeling as just nerves or just stress. The energy of your sign is tuned to freedom and truth. Whenever you feel restless, it is because life is inviting you to break another chain, to step out of another cage, to refuse another illusion that has been keeping you small. And when Jupiter is active like this, those invitations are not subtle. They are thunder in the distance, rolling closer every day. Do you see how the patterns line up? Perhaps recently, conversations have repeated themselves. Perhaps you've noticed strange synchronicities, numbers appearing, dreams returning, unexpected messages crossing your path. These are not coincidences. They are the whispers of the universe, coded in ways only you are sensitive enough to catch. Because out of all the signs, Sagittarius hears truth the loudest when it calls. And here is the deeper message. This next chapter is not just about gaining more, it's about remembering who you really are. The truth seeker, the free soul, the eternal wanderer who refuses to live a half-life. Your miracle is not coming as a prize handed to you for patience. It is arriving as an open door, a new landscape waiting for your footprints. It is the universe saying, "You have grown enough. You are ready. Step forward." Sagittarius, imagine this with me. Picture yourself standing on a cliff at sunrise. Behind you is the path you've walked, filled with moments of laughter, of loss, of lessons carved into your heart. But ahead of you is a horizon blazing with light, one you've never seen before. The wind pushes at your back, urging you forward. You cannot stay where you are. The only choice is to trust the call and take the first step. That is exactly where you stand now. The whisper of freedom you feel is not asking if you want to move. It is telling you that the journey has already begun. So ask yourself honestly, are you willing to step into the unknown, to claim the miracle that has your name on it? If your heart is pounding right now, if your soul feels stirred, then you already know the answer. And I want you to anchor this moment by writing it in the comments below. The truth miracle is coming for me, not just as a hope, but as a commitment to your own destiny. And while you do that, don't forget, like this video, subscribe, and stay close. Because what we are uncovering together is not a one-time message. It's the beginning of a map that will continue to guide you, one sign at a time, until the miracle you've been waiting for finally arrives. Sagittarius, the door is here. The key has always been inside you. And now, all that remains is the courage to turn it. Sagittarius, pause for a moment and think back on your path. How many times have you felt misunderstood, like your voice echoed in rooms where no one truly listened? How many times did you take a risk, fueled by fire and faith, only to stumble, only to feel the sting of disappointment? Your life has not been a straight road. It's been a winding journey filled with detours, cliffs, and nights where the stars seemed too far away to guide you. And yet, here you are, still standing, still searching. It's easy to think those moments of pain were mistakes. The broken trust, the abandoned dreams, the nights where you wondered if you were walking alone for no reason at all. But here is the truth the universe wants you to remember. None of it was wasted. Every scar you carry, every tear that fell, every failure that made you question your worth, these were not detours. They were coordinates, markers placed along your journey by something far greater than you. so that you would arrive at this very point in time. You, Sagittarius, are the archer. And what is an arrow without tension? What is a bow without resistance? The farther the string is pulled back, the greater the force when the arrow is released. Every wound in your life has been that pull. Every heartbreak, every setback, every loss, it has been the hand of the universe drawing the bow tighter and tighter. And yes, it hurt. Yes, it felt unfair. But the truth is, the arrow was never meant to remain in place. You were always meant to fly farther, higher, and truer than you could have imagined. The pain you endured was not punishment. It was preparation. You see, Sagittarius, your sign is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, growth, and expansion. But wisdom does not arrive wrapped in comfort. It arrives through trials. Growth does not come from victories alone. It is carved from failure. Jupiter expands what you experience, yes, but it also insists you learn from every moment, even the ones that tore you apart. And because you carry the energy of truth, your wounds could never be shallow. They had to be deep enough to awaken something profound inside you. Remember those seasons where you felt completely lost? When no map seemed to fit? When everyone else's path looked so easy, and yours felt like wandering through fog? That was not the universe abandoning you. That was the universe training your inner compass. By losing your way in the outer world, you were forced to rely on the quiet voice within. And that voice, Sagittarius, is your greatest gift. It is the compass that never lies. Every wound you faced was a test of whether you could still hear it when everything else went silent. Think of the times you were judged for being too honest, too restless, too wild. The world wanted to tame you, to fit you into cages too small for your spirit. And when you refused, when you walked away, it hurt. You wondered if something was wrong with you, if you were destined to be alone. But those moments of rejection were redirections. They were proof that you were never meant to shrink. They were coordinates pushing you closer to your authentic path, the path only you could walk. Sagittarius, every tear you shed watered the soil of your destiny. Every crack in your heart became a place where light could seep through. Every loss carved out space within you that is now ready to be filled with miracles. You are not broken. You are calibrated. And the compass of your soul, shaped by wounds and strengthened by faith, is pointing you towards something extraordinary. So when you look back at your life, don't see a list of failures. See a constellation. Every star, every point of pain, connects to form a map. And that map is leading you exactly where you were always meant to go. The miracle approaching you now is not an accident. It is the inevitable destination of every step you have taken, even the ones that felt like falling. Sagittarius, I want you to claim this truth out loud, to anchor it into your spirit. My wounds guide me to my destiny. Write it in the comments. Whisper it under your breath. Let it echo inside you. Because when you affirm it, you transform your scars into guiding stars. You tell the universe, I understand. I am ready. I will not fear what I have endured, because I know it is shaping me into who I was born to become. And as you write that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Not for me, but for yourself. Because every time you engage, you are saying to the universe, I am paying attention. I am ready for the next sign. And when the next whisper arrives, you won't miss it. You'll be here, waiting, prepared to recognize the miracle as it unfolds. Sagittarius, never forget, the arrow only knows its true direction once it has been released. Your wounds have not broken you, they have aimed you. And now, the bow is about to let go. The question is, are you ready to soar? Sagittarius, I want to ask you something, and I want you to really sit with it for a moment. Do you believe you deserve the miracle that's coming? Not because you've worked hard enough, not because you've checked all the boxes, but simply because of who you are. It's a strange question, isn't it? Because for someone like you, so full of fire, so bold with truth, so unapologetically different, you've carried a lifetime of subtle doubts. People have called you too much, too intense, too blunt, too unpredictable. And over time, those words started to echo in your own mind. You began to wonder if your truth was too heavy, your freedom too wild, your light too bright. You started to hold yourself back just a little, because the world didn't always know how to hold someone like you. But let me tell you something the world may have forgotten. You were never meant to be contained. You were not built for soft corners or small conversations. Your soul was forged in celestial fire, designed to carry wisdom, to seek truth, to burst open doors for others, simply by walking through them first. And the miracle that is coming to you now, it's not random. It's not just a cosmic favor. It is the natural consequence of your courage. You see, Sagittarius, your truth, raw, radiant, untamed, is not a flaw. It is your compass. It is your gift. It is the language your soul speaks when everything else falls away. And when you speak it, when you live it, even when it costs you comfort or connection, you are aligning with the divine frequency of the universe. That is why this miracle has been circling you. That is why it's beginning to take shape. Because you've proven something not everyone dares to. You've stayed true to yourself in a world that keeps asking you to dim. Astrologically, something powerful is happening in the sky right now. Your ruling planet, Jupiter, the planet of abundance, truth, and expansion, is harmonizing with the sun, the celestial source of identity and illumination. This rare energetic connection is not just a pretty alignment, it's a cosmic spotlight, shining directly on your soul. It's as if the universe is turning to you and saying, I see you, I see all of you, and I declare that you are worthy. I see, when Jupiter and the sun work together, the result is pure alchemy. The courage to see your truth, the power to speak it, and the abundance that flows from living in alignment. This is not just a phase, it's a window where everything you once doubted about yourself is being reversed, where all the cracks in your confidence are being filled with light. And yet, even now, there's a quiet voice inside that asks, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm still not enough? That voice is not you. That voice is the echo of old stories written by people who were afraid of their own truth, and so they tried to shrink yours. But Sagittarius, you've outgrown those stories. You've lived too much, risked too much, felt too deeply to keep believing them. The miracle that's arriving isn't just about success or love or some lucky moment. It's a sacred confirmation, a declaration from the universe that says, you are ready to receive not just the life you want, but the life that was always meant for you. And here's the key. To receive it, you don't have to become someone else. You don't have to apologize for the truth you carry. You simply have to believe that you are no longer who you were in your lowest moment. You are no longer the person doubting their worth at midnight. You are no longer the one who whispers instead of roaring. You are the one who knows, and now, the one who receives. So I invite you, right now, to take a breath and say it with me. I receive the miracle of truth, not as a wish, but as a fact. Write it in the comments. Let it echo through your fingertips, through your voice, through the energetic field that surrounds you. And as you do, like this video, not because you were told to, but because you feel the resonance. Subscribe to this channel so that when the next sign appears, when the next whisper arrives, it finds you. Because this is not the end of the journey, it is only the doorway. Sagittarius, this miracle was never something you had to chase. It was always coming to meet you. All that was ever required was for you to stand tall, open your hands, and finally allow yourself to receive. Sagittarius, do you know what sets you apart from every other sign? It's not just your fire. It's not just your hunger for truth or your refusal to settle for a life lived halfway. What makes you different, what makes you divine, is your ability to carry light into dark places, not just for yourself, but for others. You were never meant to walk through life quietly. You were born to be a torchbearer. Since the beginning, your nature has been impossible to tame. You've questioned rules that others obeyed without thought. You've looked at systems and asked, but is this the truth? You've spoken up when silence was safer. And through it all, you've carried within you a wild, untamable fire. The fire of faith. Not blind faith, but the kind that burns through illusion, that illuminates paths people didn't even know existed. You've always known there's more to life than what can be seen. That's why you've felt different, misunderstood, even isolated. But the truth is, your path was never meant to blend in. You are not here to echo other people's stories. You are here to write a new one. And now, the miracle that's coming into your life isn't just a reward, it's a recognition. Every laugh you shared, every late-night conversation where you poured wisdom into someone's weary heart, every time you cracked a joke just to lift someone's spirit, it counted. Even when you didn't realize it, you were planting seeds of light in a world starving for hope. And now, those seeds are blooming. One by one, they're returning to you not just as blessings, but as proof that your energy, your love, your truth has always mattered. Astrologically, there's something breathtaking unfolding. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is dancing with Venus, the planet of love, connection, and beauty. This alignment is a cosmic symphony. It signifies not only personal expansion, but an emotional and spiritual awakening. When these two planets meet, they don't just whisper, they sing. And they're singing to you, Sagittarius. This planetary pairing is opening doors to relationships that nourish your soul, to opportunities that match your higher purpose, and to experiences that finally feel like home. You're not just being granted one miracle. You're being invited into a field of abundance, where everything you once gave away in faith now returns, multiplied. But here's the part you need to hear. This miracle is not meant to stop with you. It flows through you. It magnifies who you already are. It amplifies your nature so that your light becomes impossible to ignore. You're not just being blessed. You're being positioned to lead, to awaken, to ignite something deep in others who've been lost in the dark. Because you, Sagittarius, were never just a seeker. You're a spark, a flame, a living reminder that even when the path is unclear, even when the night is long, there is always truth to be found, and it begins within. The miracle you're about to receive is the universe's way of handing you a lantern and saying, "Now go, shine, guide others the way you once needed to be guided." You've already been doing this, even when you didn't realize it. You've offered hope with a glance, with a story, with a quiet kind of wisdom that landed in people's hearts and stayed there. And now, it's your time to see what happens when your light is fully turned on. When the world finally sees the power, the beauty, the divine clarity that's always been in you. So I ask you, not as a creator of content, but as someone walking this journey beside you, do you believe you were born to be the light? Do you feel that pull, that sense that what's about to unfold isn't just for your healing, but for the healing of those around you? If the answer is yes, I want you to take a moment right now and leave this in the comments. One flame, one spark, one symbol that says to the universe, I remember who I am. I am not just here to receive. I am here to ignite. And while you're there, like this video, subscribe, and stay connected. Because if this message found you, it means more are on their way, each one timed to arrive exactly when your soul needs it. Sagittarius, the miracle tied to your nature is not just about what you get, it's about who you become. A vessel of truth, a carrier of faith, a fire that spreads not to destroy, but to awaken. And as you step into this light, don't be surprised if others begin to follow. You're not just walking into your miracle, you're leading the way for theirs. Stop on your journey. It's the threshold, the true beginning. Because what's coming to you now is not just a blessing to hold in your hands, it's a key that opens the next chapter of your soul's evolution. And when you cross through that door, everything shifts. You may have thought you were waiting for something to arrive, a sign, a breakthrough, a reward. But the truth is, the miracle was always waiting for you to arrive. And now, you're here. You've walked through fire, through self-doubt, through nights filled with silence and mornings filled with questions. But somehow, with your heart intact and your fire still burning, you've made it to this point. The point where you no longer need to be convinced of your purpose. You can feel it vibrating in your bones. This isn't about receiving more. This is about stepping into who you've always been, but were too distracted, too wounded, or too afraid to fully embody. And now, the universe has drawn the curtain back and revealed the path ahead. A wide, open road, paved not with certainty, but with truth. Your truth. Astrologically, this moment is being powered by a beautiful alignment. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is now casting its energy through the 9th house. And this isn't just any house. The 9th house is the domain of wisdom, higher knowledge, spiritual growth, and long-distance journeys. It is the sacred space of seekers, philosophers, wanderers, and it is your home. When Jupiter energizes this house, it doesn't just bring movement, it brings meaning. This is when questions become answers. This is when the longings that kept you up at night finally find their direction. It's when faith becomes something you don't just talk about, but live. And now, the truth you've been chasing your entire life is turning around to meet you. But here's what's extraordinary. This truth is not asking for perfection. It's asking for presence. It's asking you to show up as you are flawed, fiery, unfinished, and say, I'm ready. Ready to stop shrinking. Ready to stop apologizing for your vision. Ready to live out loud, without compromise. This gateway isn't just a symbol. It's an energetic moment where your past meets your potential, and your soul gets to choose, repeat the old story, or write a new one. Stay safe in what's familiar, or leap into what is divine. And if you've been feeling that stir inside you lately, that something's coming, sensation that you can't quite name, it's because your soul already knows the door has appeared. You've already heard the knock, and now it's time to open it. Because, Sagittarius, you were never meant to live a life of small miracles. You were born to walk with wonder, to live with fire in your eyes and wind at your back, to inspire those around you not just with your words, but with the way you live your truth out loud, the way you love, the way you rise, the way you dream so far beyond the edge that even the stars turn to look. This is your moment. Not because someone handed it to you, but because you've earned it, with every choice to stay true to yourself, with every time you dared to walk alone rather than betray your spirit, with every moment you spoke what others feared to say. And now, the universe opens its arms and says, welcome home, Sagittarius. You are ready. The miracle isn't behind you. It's ahead. And this is where your real story begins. So, if you feel it, if your heart is racing, if your soul is humming, then anchor this truth right now. Take a breath and declare it in the comments. I am ready to step through the gateway of truth. Let it be your vow, your invitation, your turning point. And as you do, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and stay close, because the signs will keep coming. The path will keep unfolding. And from this moment forward, you are not just following destiny, you are walking hand in hand with it. Sagittarius, your time has come. The gateway is open, and you unapologetic, unstoppable, ablaze with truth, are finally ready to walk through. Sagittarius, as we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to look back, not just at this video, but at your life. Every moment that broke your heart, every time you laughed through pain, every time you stood at a crossroads, unsure of which way to go but kept walking anyway. None of it was meaningless. Not a single wound, not a single smile, not a single challenge was wasted. They were all pieces of a puzzle, Clues, coordinates, each one bringing you here to the threshold of something extraordinary, to the edge of a miracle that carries your name and your truth. Now you know. It was never about being perfect. It was about being real, about trusting your compass, even when the path ahead was dark, about letting go of the need to control every outcome and learning to receive instead. So if there's one truth I want you to carry forward from this moment, it's this. You are not broken. You are becoming. And what you are becoming is someone who no longer fears their own light, someone who no longer asks for permission to be free, someone who stands tall and says, I was born to tell the truth, to live the truth, to become the truth. This is your invitation now. Not to chase the miracle, but to open your heart wide enough to welcome it in. You don't need to fight anymore. You don't need to prove anything. You've already done the work. The energy is here. The timing is now. And the miracle is closer than it has ever been. So, if your heart agrees, if something in you knows this message was meant for you, then anchor this moment. Let the universe hear you. Leave this in the comments as your soul's declaration. I am ready to receive the miracle of truth. And don't forget, like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Not just so you won't miss the next message, but because this is how we stay connected. How we walk together through the signs, the whispers, the synchronicities that guide us. Sagittarius, you are worthy of the truth. You are worthy of the light. And the miracle you've been waiting for? It's been waiting for you.